You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Friday, May 22. I'd like to share some thoughts about Front Page Daily. So if you look at the Korean economy right now, it's honestly like it's being ripped apart by four horses running in completely opposite directions.
Right. Yeah. You've got AI minting billions on one side, but then unions demanding a massive cut of that on the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the same time, inflation is hitting these terrifying 1998 crisis levels, while the housing market is basically teetering on the brink of collapse. Today, we're doing a deep dive into this entire pressure cooker, starting with the AI gold rush.
Which is really the perfect starting point because rapid innovation is setting the baseline for everything else we're seeing right now.
Right. So Hyundai Motor Group just announced this project at the AWS Summit Seoul. They're using an AI agent called AMI to create these, like, virtual personas.
Yeah, to test out unreleased products.
Right. So are they basically building, complex Sims environment just to see if synthetic consumers will buy a car before they even build a physical prototype?
That's precisely the strategy. I mean, Hyundai is one of Korea's cable, right? Those massive family-controlled conglomerates that just dominate the country's industry. And they are aggressively pushing this AI transformation.
Mostly to reposition alongside big tech, I'm guessing.
Exactly. So instead of waiting months for, human focus groups, they use AI world models to predict how these digital consumers will react, the reviews they'll write, what the market data will look like.
Wow. But, playing in the tech space means dealing with tech-size expectations from your workforce. Like the Kia union is looking at last year's massive 9.08 trillion won operating profit, and they're demanding a 30% cut.
Which is just a staggering amount of money.
It is. That comes out to 2.72 trillion won, which is roughly 1.9 billion US dollars. To give you some perspective on that, that bonus would wipe out more than the company's entire first quarter profit of 2.21 trillion won, or about 1.6 billion US dollars.
Yeah, the scale is wild. And it really stems from this severe contagion effect in the industry. Samsung Electronics recently handed out a special bonus equal to 12% of their business performance.
So now everyone else wants in on that level of payout.
Right. Workers across highly volatile industries, so like shipbuilding or heavy machinery, they're demanding similar cuts. They see the AI semiconductor supercycle generating billions, and they want that baseline applied across the board.
But wait, how does a semiconductor boom realistically translate to shipbuilders? Are they really in the same financial boat?
Not at all. And that's exactly where the friction lies. The newly enacted yellow envelope law is acting as a huge catalyst here.
Okay, what does that law do exactly?
Well, it legally allows subcontractor unions to demand collective bargaining directly with prime contractors. Because the big prime contractors are flush with tech cash, subcontractor unions across completely different, less stable sectors feel emboldened to strike for those same payouts.
Man, so you have these legacy companies getting squeezed by staggering labor demands. But they're also getting absolutely crushed by raw material costs, right? The provisional April Producer Price Index just jumped 2.5% in a single month.
And for anyone who knows Korean economic history, that number should send a shiver down your spine. That is the single biggest monthly jump since February 1998.
Wait, 1998? Wasn't that the absolute peak of the IMF crisis?
Yes, exactly. A period of severe financial collapse where the Korean won just completely crashed.
Wow. Okay. Hitting 1998 numbers is a glaring red flag. Why the sudden spike right now?
It's heavily driven by Middle East oil shocks pushing up import costs. And the Bank of Korea is warning that this producer inflation is going to bleed directly into everyday consumer prices within 1 to 3 months.
Like an unavoidable domino effect.
Precisely.
Which brings us to where those dominoes finally crash real estate. If you combine that inflation with high interest rates, the physical infrastructure system starts to crack. Shinhan Asset Trust just saw its non-performing loan ratio cross 90.38% on 1.12 trillion won in assets.
Which is roughly $800 million US dollars. Yeah.
Right. A 90% delinquency rate at a bank-affiliated trust sounds apocalyptic. But I'm a bit confused here. If the builders are the ones failing to sell homes, why is a bank trust left holding the bag?
So it's due to a unique mechanism in Korean project financing, or PF. It's called a responsibility completion trust.
Okay, how does that work?
In this system, the trust companies literally guarantee that a construction project will be finished, even if the primary builder goes bankrupt.
Oh, wow. So with costs rising.
Exactly. Skyrocketing raw material costs are bankrupting builders left and right, leaving over 30,000 unsold homes sitting empty nationwide. Because of that guarantee, the hidden distress of those builders is transferred directly onto the balance sheets of these financial trusts.
That really makes you wonder for the future. If these legacy builders and financial trusts completely collapse under the weight of 1998 level inflation, but the tech-focused K-ball are flush with AI cash.
Are the tech giants just going to buy up the country's physical infrastructure at a massive discount?
Exactly. I mean, is that what we're heading toward?
That is the exact tension you should be watching. The Bank of Korea has an incredibly unforgiving puzzle to solve at their upcoming meeting. How do they cool down 1998-level producer inflation without entirely shattering a real estate sector that's already 90% delinquent?
That's today's AI PRISM, Front Page Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.